the next one that we're going to do is we're actually going to reverse the body. And all I'm going to get you to do is kind of, again, you can put your shoulders up against the wall, and we're still using the wall for this one, but we're also going to be able to use a chair for this one as well. And I'll show that in the next segment here. So as you do this one, all I want you to do is think about finding your posture. So if you have a wall, once again, feet about hip distance apart, your bum, your glute muscles, should be able to kind of touch the wall, and everyone's going to have a different degree of how far away from the wall they are because of that, because our bodies are so unique and so beautiful and different. So as those glute muscles touch the wall, just allow your body, and notice how far away that lower back is, if there's quite a curvature there, or if there's the opposite, okay? These are just things to really start to love, appreciate, and very importantly, understand about your unique body. So again, just noticing, try not to change too much, but just kind of shifting into it. If you have a little hair, get it out of the way. Let your head kind of sink back if it feels comfortable. Maybe it's touching the wall, maybe it's not. Then we're just going to slowly bring the arms up. So from here, I do want your elbows, if you can, and again, it's okay if you can't, but if you can, the goal here is to try to get those elbows directly out at shoulder height. Now, my left side is really tight right now, and I can feel it. It's just even to get it up at that height feels really restricted in and around through my pectoral muscle and under my armpit and into my rib cage. So again, that's good feedback for me. I'm just kind of going through my own mind's eye where some of that tension might have come from over even the last couple of days, because even when I did this a couple of days ago, this is new for me. So just kind of giving you in the moment feedback. As I come through this one, you'll notice that I'm just going nice and slow, trying to keep the elbows connected, trying not to let them come back or come up and down, even though they have. As you begin to do this movement, try to time it with your breath. So this is really expanding and elongating the spine. This is also really activating the lungs, so you're going to try to breathe as best as you can into the tummy, deep into that lower lung area. And if you can time it. So inhale as the fingertips kind of come out and away from the wall. Exhale as those fingertips try to come back towards the wall. And it's these movements, just trying to get my timing here. Whew. And that's enough for me today. So these movements are simple and extremely powerful depending on, again, where your body's at. So for myself, I'm working on an area in these particular series that I try to do on a regular basis because of my work that I do. So I have quite a bit of tension tightness, and being able to open and again, a lot of my teachings come from a place of simplicity. We want simplicity. Our human brain does well with simplicity. What's so amazing about that is that our physical and even our emotional and mental, but more so our physical body likes simple. When all of a sudden that kind of headspace tries to almost dissect and tries to make things very heavy, that actually does a physical disservice. So when your mind is saying, oh, I'm so tight, why am I so tight, da, 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 try not to think on the why so much. It's good to be aware of things, but look at it more from curiosity, where it's like, interesting that my left side is so tight today. But I'm not going to necessarily focus on like, oh, like, I should be stretching more. I'm not going to allow my one pattern or my one part of my brain to take this beautiful opportunity that I'm doing and bring it into a negative space, if that makes sense. So when you're doing these stretches, what I want you to start to cultivate and start to bring forward is, as you're doing them, you're starting to try to get into your own unique rhythm. So again, even my breathing as I'm teaching tends to be a little bit on the more shallow side. When I'm doing this on my own, in my own practice, I really try to make sure I'm expanding that breath. I'm really breathing into that abdomen. I'm breathing and expanding and filling my space. So that's, again, just something to do.